Hello and welcome back to TedTalks Truth and Reality about the art of survival is a story that never ends. That was the closing statement by Irving, Christian Bale's character in American Hustle. A statement few can comprehend because most of us are so caught up in a personal, self-concerned hustle to get by or get over other lost souls and are unable to slow down their rat race pace long enough to understand what life is really about. Each soul faces the same battles in life. They are alone as they struggle to survive in a modern day jungle. And by and through whatever means or ways that are at their disposal to con or convince you to buy their bill of goods, or as in most cases their bag full of bad illusions and lies, just as the movie cleverly portrays. In earlier talks I attempted to focus your attention on the natural transition of survival of the fittest, or the instinctual desire to preserve self and all that is or belongs to self. This primal physical need of self-preservation at all costs has morphed into all those aspects that manifest in the realm of selfism, the focus of my truth talks and my books. I had to write 2 books using thousands upon thousands of words in an attempt to explain this one word, selfism, and all the damage this inherent unconscious disease has brought forward onto every facet and every cultural entity to ever exist or might exist in our world. Knowing this to be actual truth and reality is one fact. Communicating the veracity of this honest personal assessment is an entirely different task. Breaking the programmed mindset of humanity is a daunting undertaking when you realize that each lost soul has built-in blockades and built-in barriers set up by a self-centered, self-concerned ego protecting its private territory of absolute control, and has complete untested dominion over all self-centric perspectives. What you see through the windows of your mind can be an illusion of falsehoods and deceits. The thoughts and ideas of a lost soul are concepts conditioned by birth, race, culture, and education. A person's total mindset can be controlled and manipulated by the degree of brainwashing unconsciously accepted by a closed-minded ego. Breaking or at least slowing down that closed-minded or narrow-minded self-consciousness is the goal of my talks and my books. I left off my last discussion with an attempt to contact Glenn Beck. I explained how and why I went to Dallas with expectations of seeing him face to face, hoping his open declaration that the truth lives here in his domain was going to help me reach out to more lost souls on the need to self-discover the true meaning and purpose of our existence. I did everything possible to break through his defenses, but to no avail. My wife even sent me with a gift for his new grandchild. She sent me with the same gift, a nighttime blanket we gave each of our children, our grandchildren, and to many of our friends' children. The nice security guard who explained to me the reason for the tough restrictions made absolute sense, because Glenn's empire had grown so quickly that precautions were put into place for screening nut jobs, and I might have been one of them. And he went inside the studio and came back with an address to send my requests and gift to, which I did but I still never heard back. My inner voice had been teaching me no obstacle in life was too high or too strong to overcome if a soul maintains hope and faith that right will prevail over wrong at the end of the day. That voice said sometimes when a door is shut in your face, push a little harder until it opens wide to accept you and your truth. I have been pushing as hard as I can, leading me to be in front of you, attempting to go directly to the audience my efforts were aiming towards in the first place. Now, as Paul Harvey used to say, here is the rest of the story. Today is my redemption day of sorts. It is the 41st anniversary of the day I made the worst decision in my life. By laying out all the previous facts and details of the reason for my being here in front of you today, I believe I have presented as best I can the outline or declaration of intentions through all my previous episodes on YouTube. The transparent truth and reality of my quest going forward from this point in time is to convince you, not con you, but to convince you of the need to discover your inner desire and inner will to begin your own quest for your own view of your own truth and reality. My ultimate goal is nothing more or nothing less. Over the next few months, we will walk the trail followed to this juncture in time. I will take you behind the thinking on the pages in the book. With the hope and faith, you will see and feel the value of breaking away from conditioned beliefs and programmed opinions in order to boldly question who you are and what you are at this moment in space and time. I promise I have some unusual, interesting tales to relate and some mind-opening observations to pass on to you. So until we meet again, Godspeed.